Hello student, today we will discuss about chapter 12 electricity part 6 of class 10 science. Now let's start. In this video student, we will discuss about the heating effect of electric current. Heating effect of electric current. As electric current can produce three important effects. One is heating effect, one is magnetic effect, one is chemical effect. Okay student, in this chapter we will discuss about the heating effect of electric current. In the next chapter we will discuss about the magnetic effect of electric current, and in our higher classes we will discuss about the chemical effect of electric current. Okay, heating effect of electric current, or you can say heating effect of current. Student, what will happen when electric current is passed through a high resistance wire like nichrome wire? Student, nichrome is an alloy having high resistance. When current is passed through a nichrome wire having high resistance, it becomes very hot and produce heat. This is called heating effect of current. What happens student, when a current passes through a nichrome wire having high resistance, the high resistance of nichrome wire oppose the flow of current, so it gets heated and produce heat. This is called heating effect of current. Here in this slide student, we will derive a relationship between heat produced and current resistance and time taken. Okay, if the resistance wire offer a resistance to the flow of current, so work must be done. Student, when the resistance wire offer a resistance to a flow of current, means it, you all know that resistance always oppose the flow of current, so it offer a resistance to the flow of current, so the work has to be done by the current continuously to keep itself flowing. So the work done by the current I when it flows through a resistance wire R for time t. Now student, when an electric charge, you all know that student, the flow of charge is called current. So when an electric charge Q moves against a potential difference V, the amount of work done is given by the relation W equal to Q into V. We all know that student, we will already discuss in the previous video, potential difference is equal to work done upon charge. So we can calculate work from here. Work done is equal to potential difference into charge. Okay student, this is our first equation. We all know that student, current is equal to charge per unit time. Flow of charge per unit time means Q by T. So Q is equal to IT. According to Ohm's law student, we all know that V by I equal to R. So V by I equal to R. The value of V is V equal to IR. V equal to IR. Okay student, V equal to IR. This is our third equation. This is our second equation. This is our first equation. Okay student, now put the value of Q and V, means charge and potential, in equation first. Put charge and potential in equation first. Okay, it will come work done W equal to IT. The value of Q is IT from equation second, and the value of V, potential difference, is IR from equation third. After multiplication, it will come I square R and T. I square RT. It means the work done is equal to square of the current, resistance and time taken. It means when a current passes through a wire having high resistance, the amount of work done by the current is equal to the square of the current, resistance and time taken to flow of the current for which the current flows. Okay student, we all know that student, work done is always equal to the heat produced. Whatever work is done by the current is always equal to the heat produced in the wire. So we can also write derivation like that, H is equal to I square RT. Means we can write W equal to H equal to I square RT. Okay. This formula is derived or given by Joule's. Name of the scientist is Joule. So it is called Joule's law of heating. It is called Joule's law of heating. According to this formula, student, the heat produced in a current carrying conductor having high resistance is equal to the square of the current, resistance and time taken. We already discussed, student, this is called Joule's law of heating. I square RT. This is called Joule's law of heating. According to this law, student, the heat produced in a wire is directly proportional to the square of the current, resistance of the wire and time for which the current flows. Directly proportional relation means, student, the current is directly depend upon the heat produced. When we increase the amount of current, the amount of heat produced also increases. When we increase the resistance of the wire, the amount of the heat produced is also increase. When we increase the amount of resistance, student, the amount of the heat produced increase. When we also increase the time taken, so the current is also increased. Okay, sorry, heat is also increased. So all these three quantity, current, resistance and time, all directly depend upon the heat produced in a wire. Okay, student. Application of heating effect of current. Student, there are some applications. You always seen all these instrument having this utilize this application at your home also, student. This property is utilized in the working of electrical heating appliances such as electric iron. It is already used, you all are used at home. Electric geyser, electric kettle, electric toaster, electric oven, electric room heater. All these electrical appliances, student, utilize this property, this application, heating effect of current. Okay. It is also utilized in the electric bulb, or you can say electric lamp, for producing light. It is also utilized in the electric fuse for protecting the household wiring or electric appliances from damage when the high or large amount of current flows in the circuits. This electric fuse we will discuss in the next chapter, magnetic effect of electric current. Okay, student. That's all about the heating effect of electric current. If you have any query regarding this topic, you can ask in the comment section or group also. Okay, thank you.